fans of a famous Hollywood actor-director, Denzel Washington.
I didn't want to guess that,
Yeah.
but...
You might have surmised it.
Yes.
Yeah. He has made great strides in the last couple of years. Full of energy on that right-hand side. So one there for Vincent Janssen. You can see why Kouyaté has been added to the equation. Not because of that, Ali, but he's an imposing presence.
No, but that is certainly one of the reasons. The physicality and his ability in the air, because one of the other potential starting center mids was going to be Papa Mata Sarr, and he's much smaller presence, and so you lack that physical ability if he's inserted in the starting 11. And he's been bright as well, and when he's connecting in that final third.
Talking to a couple of Senegalese journalists yesterday, they feel that there is a deficiency, if you like, on the technical front in midfield. They all have to work really hard. They do cover up for each other in that area. Have a bit of flair and attack, especially on the flanks, with Sarr on one side and Diatta on the other.
Spot on, and that's how they go about it, right? Is you get some of the 1v1 ability in those wide channels, but it's about the link-up play and the connection from that industrious midfield. When they come over to be the +1, they add that fullback in.
Netherlands trying to get Berghuis on the ball again. Dumfries it was who stabbed that one in. Diallo, a makeshift left back, if you like. He's not a complete stranger to that position. Think of him more as a central defender, but well, now Frenkie de Jong's going to have to gallop back. Ball given away there. And Dia, Ake did his job. And he tends to do that.
He did. I mean, he held up any surging movement from Dia, and then you got the recovery of Daley Blind and De Jong on it, trying to make amends.
Frenkie de Jong in the challenge up against Kouyaté. This was Dia and this was Ake.
And that's it, right? You see just good positioning by Ake, just moving his feet, waiting for the double down pressure from behind, force the air, and then win the ball. That's good defending in tandem.
Free kick in the end given to the Oranje. And here is Virgil van Dijk. The pass was by Denzel Dumfries. Couldn't quite make the connection there. Through to Edouard Mendy. The move to Chelsea 2020 from Rennes.
And here the press, everyone will start to pick up man-to-man. That's one way to beat it.
Certainly is. Header there by Kouyaté. Van Dijk just organising everyone around him. Talking earlier about Noppert in goal. Here's Noppert, first international appearance. Nobody really knows why Mark Flecken of Freiburg in the Bundesliga didn't get picked. Louis van Gaal had spoken about him as his type of goalkeeper. Seems set to be well, worst second choice, but probably first choice, but not in the squad at all. Might well still be a work in progress, the goalkeeping situation for the Netherlands. We shall see as the tournament goes forward.
And Derek, I think that's where Senegal gets in trouble, is they're trying to do the 3v3 for too long in one area. They're at their best when if they can pull it off, great, and they get in behind. Otherwise, just change the point, go out the other side. We've seen Netherlands just be able to pick it off and look to counter a couple of times now.
Gakpo. Well, he has dynamism in his makeup, and this is much more promising from a Dutch point of view. So it bounces around there, pinballing around. And behind it goes for the corner. The surge there by Denzel Dumfries.
But how about the surge by Cody Gakpo? This is the challenge that ensues on Dumfries that earns the Dutch the corner. Diallo really strong in the challenge, and the deflection might have come off of Dumfries, but they get the call regardless.
So once again, Van Dijk striding into the opposition penalty area. Ake is by his side. Cody Gakpo, and Mendy plucks it out of the sky. That's how to do it.
Hanging up in the air too long, gives Mendy a time to get off his line and get through traffic, grab that one with his length. He's
generally a very assertive goalkeeper. Be Off his line in that fashion to grab it.
And also in the flow of play. Right now, just sitting at the top of the circle in his 18-yard box, sweeper keeper. See that with Chelsea.
Sabali's pass cut out there by Van Dijk. There's Berghuis and De Ligt. Never really wants to play on the left-hand side of the defence, De Ligt. He has done that in his career, but happier on the right. Mentioned earlier now with Bayern in the Bundesliga, who are back on top after a spell of being amongst the chasing pack.
And a real tough challenge from Koulibaly on the backside of Bergwijn. It was good link-up play, too, from the Dutch. This little 1-2 combo, up, back through is the plan. But smart play by Koulibaly and just to put that off and allow his team to get back.
Here's De Ligt. Van Dijk. Ake. Vicious sort of ball in the general direction of Dumfries. There's De Ligt. Let's give it to Denzel Dumfries. Trying to shield it. He had Diallo for company. A shrill whistle of Brazilian referee Wilton Sampaio. They get on with it here, the Netherlands. Gakpo. And he tried to chisel another corner out of that. He succeeds.
And again, it's Gakpo just causing problems. Glides by defenders with ease. Then Diallo has to make the recovery challenge. And in one of these, you've got to find Van Dijk. I mean, I know he rose up and wasn't able to convert on the one in the first half, but he's got the size advantage over his marker.
Cody Gakpo. And there is Virgil van Dijk. Well, it worked that time in terms of the connection that was made.
And Van Gaal looks concerned because you don't see Van Dijk miss two good looks like this. The control over his body is just off. His timing of the redirection, trying to just swivel enough to get that on frame and down below the bar to challenge Mendy. Not on, not there yet.
I used to watch Virgil van Dijk a lot when I worked in Scotland when he was playing for Celtic, and believe it or not, there were a couple of occasions when I was on a plane to Glasgow with scouts from English clubs.
Southampton, one of them?
Actually, not Southampton.
Okay.
He did go to Southampton.
Yeah, exactly.
Who told me quite candidly they didn't think he had what it took to make it in the Premier League.
I hope they were fired. You should have recorded that conversation and sent it to their employers.
I'm not going to name any names for obvious reasons, but
see, I love that. That is an incredible story of you just don't know, and the people that think they know don't always know. Michael Jordan in basketball, right?
Absolutely. Well, those of us who watched him with Celtic, I think, felt he was good enough. That's it. Comes out on the side of Senegal here, and it's Sabali, and his shot taking a deflection. He wanted to win the corner. That's what the hope was. It's gone out right beside the corner flag, off Ake.
And Sabali has tried his luck twice now. Certainly wanted to have a go from distance.
So throw in here rather than the corner. Sabali tasked with taking it. Originally came through the youth ranks at PSG. Hails from the western suburbs of Paris. So many in the squad. Senegal French-born. Kouyaté up against Ake.
And Koulibaly, another one of those players that grew up in France, but he said when he came home, all they spoke was Senegalese. All they ate was Senegalese food. And so many of these players that opt to have different nations they can play for, wait to see who picks them, who takes them. And for him, it was always going to be Senegal.
It's the one that got away as far as Mendy is concerned. So there, Aliou Cissé just adjusting one or two things, but he's got to be broadly happy about the Senegalese shape. Defensively and in an attacking sense, or counter-attacking sense anyway. 10 minutes into the second half. Fruitless toil so far for the Netherlands. Nobody said this was going to be easy for them. Dumfries on that right-hand side. Gakpo. Cisse for company. Johnson waiting inside the box, couldn't quite latch onto it. Jesus looked to launch the counter-attack, Senegal, but the free kick has been given, and the card is coming out here, and it's yellow for Matthijs de Ligt. He's been discomfited on quite a few occasions this evening.
Yeah, you're spot on, and he's been aggressive in the challenge. Some moments in possession you'd like to forget. But here's the heavy step right up the backside again of Ismaila Sarr, and that is a battle that has been fun to watch unfold over the night. Here's a good look of Jensen getting that near post